Yo, what's up? Welcome to the January 2025 wrap-up for Movie Dumpster.
First one of season 8, the movie Dumpster Infinity Gauntlet, or I think I made the joke in the Brood episode we just dropped. Infinite Wealth, Yakuza Like a Dragon, anyone that plays that series.
It's the 8,
Right, Ouroboros.
The racetrack.
Eating the tail. All the examples, let's just go. Ouroboros is like a circle, but anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Season 8. Oh my God, it just dropped. Like yesterday was the first day of season 8 for Movie Dumpster.
Right, yeah.
We were doing this, we're doing the live show a little early. I mentioned it on a post that we did for like the video, like with all the updates and stuff, which we're going to talk a little bit
about.
On
our socials, yeah.
What the hell was I just saying?
That it's season 8.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's season 8, but man, I just totally blanked.
Wait for the chat to catch up.
That's where I'm at, folks.
Well, we had that show last night. Is that what you were about to talk about?
Nope.
Okay. Updates on the social media post, the video update you gave.
Yeah, I don't know. I updated it on Instagram. If you guys wanted to see that, we were talking about. The reason why we're doing it now is because we're not going to be around next weekend for February 1st.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why
I couldn't help you on that.
No, it's all right. So that's why we're doing a little bit early. Even though we have one more episode still coming out for January, which will be next Friday. We're doing The Hand with Logan from Video Villa. He came down with his wife Becca, and they came and they hung out, and we did it in person live. So was really fun. So we're gonna have a good time with that one next Friday for sure.
My God.
Wako Kai's had the head. He gets his head cut off.
Fucking crawling around, man.
The Oliver Stone classic. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, so we're doing it this weekend, and we're doing it today because we wanted to make sure that we got one in for you for January. So we're hanging out with you today. We already had a very full weekend.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the
Found Footage Festival.
The Found Footage Festival at Neshaminy Creek for Tapes from the Crypt presents a 20th anniversary of Found Footage Festival, which is crazy, man.
I can't believe they've been doing it that long.
I know, right? It didn't really even dawn on me until I saw it, and I was like, holy shit, those guys have been doing this for 20 years? Like, that's pretty amazing. So congrats to them again. And yeah, that's really cool.
If you're not familiar with that, but you hear like found footage and your ears are perking up, I highly, and I'm sure Joe would agree, recommend looking them up. Just look up Found Footage Fest, and you can find exactly what we're talking about.
I mean,
some of the funniest clips, some of the like most deep cuts you didn't even know existed.
They're the OGs with that, you know what I mean? Getting like finding like weird like instructional videos or like exercise videos or whatever, and like cutting them up, clipping them, and like bringing out the funniest parts. So it's a really good time. It's like a variety type thing. It's really funny. Let's say hello to some people because we didn't do that. Yeah. Shut up, James. He's going live tonight. Well, have a good one, man. I don't think we're gonna.
Nice. How you doing, James?
We're not gonna be streaming until 8:25 because we're gonna be going on Patreon after this to do yesterday's Target as the watch along.
Watch along, yeah. So James, you might miss that, but if you're on Patreon, definitely check out the replay. You'll enjoy that.
Yeah, for sure. We got Gianni Hello, we got Mike Honcho, we got Gil DaCosta, we got Bill P. Clark, Bladder Puncher. He's always hitting them bladders, man. Makes you gotta pee.
Jada K's in here. Jeremy.
Triple T Industries.
Yes, Mr. Bandana Head, welcome.
Not Mr. Napkin Head, Mr. Bandana Head.
Right, exactly.
The deep cuts for anybody who's seen The Holiday as many times as I have.
I've never seen. I didn't even know that was a reference.
Because of my wife, Jude Law, dude. He did the Mr. Napkin Head.
I guess it had to be a reference, right?
Yeah.
I just know about the paper hat from Hellraiser. That's what I know.
Well, there you go. Yeah. What do we got? Ted Bill, Rock Strongo, Rob K, Richard Milligan, Dean Altimos. What's up? Billy Mount, the third, not the first, the second.
I was waiting for it.
And there it comes. It'll always be there as long as they're in the chat.
Dad's Dungeon, welcome. Burnt World.
World. Are those two? Those are two new.
Might
chatters,
be.
Huh?
422 wall, yeah. When I was driving here, I was looking at my clock. I was like, oh yeah, 420.
How about that?
Yeah.
Who else we got? I think that's
Brian Sanchez. If we didn't say hello,
yeah. Fred Leggett.
Did you ever not to go right into a question because did you ever guys find a Nuki tape?
No. That's a funny.
Again, My Letter Media destroyed half of them, right, for charity. I mean, they gave it to charity the money, to be fair.
Yeah. I don't know because they single-handedly drove that fucking tape through the roof.
I know, which is I get annoying, but it was a gimmick they were doing.
I get it. I was gonna purchase that tape from a friend of ours
because you've been talking about this on and off for a couple of years, right? Trying to get Nuki.
Well, yeah, I did for whatever reason. I think I might have had it at one time, but then I didn't.
Hold on to it or whatever.
I know Chris Barr's got a couple of copies, so I might hit him up and ask for one because like it's like ridiculous price now. It's like $300, something fucking stupid. But one of our buddies was selling it that sells tapes, and it was a really good price. Like it was like double digits, not triple digits.
Okay.
So it was like, yeah, all right, I'll grab it. But it got scooped up, and that's a whole nother story that I'm not going to tell on the air.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
But it was a bummer. So let's put it that way. Anyway, it's just ridiculous because it's like it's.
I see Nuki have to comment.
Didn't we talk about that? Like
we did a couple times. Maybe that's why Fred's asking about it.
Yeah, but like the power of like, let's say we were gigantic, we were huge, right? We had like 5 million followers or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And we were like, you know what? Dr. Alien is such a piece of shit. We're gonna buy every single copy of Dr. Alien, fucking destroy them all.
Well, we'd have to give the money to charity.
Yeah, but like, is that all of a sudden gonna drive that tape price up to like $500? You know, it's just bonkers to me.
For Dr. Alien, right? I don't know about that. At least Nuki, I guess maybe there's I guess I haven't seen it. Talking out of my ass. Sean,
yeah, it's like it's an ET ripoff, man.
I gotta watch it. I've seen the tape many times.
Yeah,
but...
well, we should cover it at some point for sure. Classic trash cinema.
Dr. Alien sounds like it.
Well, Dr. and Nuki, I was gonna say.
Oh well, yeah. Nuki, I've seen clips of at least. Dr. Alien and I would be going on pretty much blind. Besides that VHS cover.
What else do we want to talk about? Just before we kind of jump into this, was there anything else we wanted to mention? Maybe. I don't know.
Any movies you saw recently? I know we kind of always like to talk about that. Yeah, before we kind of get into some questions from the chat.
I wanted to go see Wolfman, but I didn't.
Yeah, I heard so many mixed reviews. Yeah. It kind of turned me off, and it's kind of ironic. We talk about always going and making your own opinion, and I still do want to see it before I make a judgment.
Sure,
but it did definitely taint my the speed at which I want to see it. Just hearing from some folks that said they didn't mind it. Like Logan said, he didn't mind it. He was actually kind of into it, but he also was like, this is what he didn't like about it. And then I was like, I won't spoil it here because the movie's so fucking new. But.
Well, Lee Wannell, is a good writer and he's a good director. So like, I'm sure it's fine. I see a lot of people talking about it not being like traditional Wolfman, which if you watch his Invisible Man, it's not traditional Invisible Man either. So like you were that's what you were getting. It's like that grounded.
Like they put a modern spin on it. Sure,
it's like the grounded Universal Monsters Dark Universe shit, which I'm really not a fan of at all.
I thought Invisible Man was good, but I can see where you're coming from.
No,
yeah.
I mean, I like the twist on it, where it's like domestic abuse and all of that stuff, which is fine with me.
But you also want your traditional Universal Monsters at the same time, right?
The Wolfman specifically, you really have to go for it, right? Because there's a lot of
I always say Del Toro.
Yeah.
What's his face tried? What the fuck was that with Anthony Hopkins a couple years back? I mean, a couple years, like a decade ago.
The Wolfman?
Yeah, not Del Toro. I'm thinking of
Benicio
del Toro.
Yeah, Benicio del Toro. Yeah, it was Benicio del Toro, Anthony Hopkins. Oh no,
that's why I was.
Could you imagine Guillermo del Toro as the Wolfman?
No, but that's why I'm confusing myself. Sorry.
Well, Guillermo del Toro was supposed to do Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Really? Oh,
yeah,
and then
it turned into Shape of Water, which is a masterpiece all its own. So technically, we kind of did get that version. Newer version of it, sort of, right? But that's like,
well, now Eggers is doing his version. Apparently, I don't know when that's going to come out, but
Eggers is doing the werewolf.
Is that? Oh yeah, I guess that's technically not Wolfman then, right? Yeah.
No. It has nothing to do with Wolfman.
That's a good point.
And even like just to the Nosferatu point, like that's not Dracula. That's just his version of Nosferatu, which. I know it's a weird thing to say, but like it's just his version of Nosferatu. But Nosferatu's a ripoff of Dracula.
That's true. I kept getting hung up on that review, which actually was something else we did put out at the end of the year. Even though season 8 we did just start, Nosferatu kind of lead the charge, if you will, of the opening of the first opening shell of Movie Dumpster season 8.
Yeah, and that was like something to ring it in. But really loved it so much. Really enjoyed Nosferatu.
Haven't caught the extended cut yet. I know it's out. digitally.
Apparently, it's not 3 hours. It's not like super long. It's only like a handful of
Extra
minutes.
scenes
It's
and
like
stuff?
it's like maybe 4 minutes
Okay.
longer tops.
I'm waiting for the 4K to drop, or the physical rather.
Yeah, well, I already pre-ordered the physical for that. That was like a day one. As soon as it went up, I was like, "Yep, that's for me."
All right, yeah. Don't
Well, you said
blame
that you got the substance coming.
Substance coming,
I didn't
yeah.
order mine yet because like
that might have been my movie of the year. I had to get that
that
one.
was so good. But like we didn't really talk about that a lot. But that was a great flick.
One of the live shows we did, maybe not in super length, but
we I was waiting to see like if there was going to be like a big special edition or something for the substance.
yeah, I just whatever the 4K was, I was like, oh, all right. It was on sale, like $10 off. Fuck it, I pre-ordered it.
Yeah, I didn't want to like grab the bare bones one and then they're like, and now we got a 2-disc special edition. It's like, you fuckers.
That's true.
So that's why I usually hold out for physical media until it's like
give it a little while.
Give it a little bit because I know that there's going to be like 4 or 5 fucking disc releases,
especially depending on the director or the company.
Yeah. Somebody said you're handsome, very handsome. Where was it? I just saw it.
The truth hurts, Joe.
For you, the truth hurts.
Anybody that doesn't want to hear that, I guess.
I saw it. Maybe they took it down. I don't know.
They retracted it. I saw a message retracted. It had to be.
Oh, did you? Said you were gorgeous.
Love to hear it.
That's funny.
Can't take it back on a live show either.
Now it's solidified. I said it. Yeah. Now it's fucking burned in there.
Brian Davis saying they found our channel last year, 2024. Guys have done a phenomenal job. Well, thank you, Brian.
Awesome. Thanks so much. I was having an existential crisis today, so that makes me feel better.
Oh, come on.
No, I just been like running myself ragged, and it's just like, not that I'm look. I don't want to complain. I sound like I'm complaining, but like,
no, I mean, you can't help it if your brain's going in that direction sometimes, right?
It's just like I get like overexhausted, and then I like fucking spiral. You know what I mean? So it's like trying to keep the fucking plate spinning. And I know you all got your own shit going on, but realize that we all do too. You know,
absolutely.
Sean and I. Anyway, yeah. So why don't we talk to y'all a little bit? Like, if you want to ask us some stuff or you got any questions, I just saw a bunch, so we're gonna go back a little bit. But this is your prompt. If you're listening right now, make sure you put at Movie Dumpster and then write your whatever question so it highlights it so we can see it, so it's easier to see.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're really just trying to like go through chicken shit to find some chicken salad.
Well, because you guys are all talking in there, so it's easier for us to just boom, our eyes go right to it. You know what I mean?
Gotta steal Stone Cold's little phrase there, because that's where I
gotta make chicken shit out of chicken salad or chicken salad, whatever. Give me one of them red pies of shit.
Billy's got a question there.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you: did you guys pick up the Blu-ray for My Demon Lover from Scream Factory? You know what? I didn't grab it.
I never grabbed it. I actually had it in my cart once or twice, but it just never made it home.
It's one of those things where I was like, I need to get that, but I'm
hopefully it's not sold out.
I want to get something. Well,
that happens sometimes.
Probably the slip is might be sold out. I don't know how many fucking people bought My Demon Lover except us, but like, yeah. I definitely want to grab that at some point for sure.
Well, it's like that Rumpelstiltskin got shipped out, and I got the slip coming for that. That's one I'm gonna probably save.
I got
Dustin Elkins from the Flicks and Friends was busting my chops. You gonna throw that out, Sean? I was like, I might save that one.
Man, I bought like one of the limited like 300 edition. Like there's only 300 of them, so I bought like the big fucking thing with the sunglasses, the shirt, the whole thing, and I bought the fucking tape too because I was like, sure, why not? It's
I wanted the shirt and the bib.
Been waiting forever for that movie to get like proper treatment.
Yeah.
And Brad and Ryan just fucking knocked it out of the park. I mean, I saw the trailer, and the fucking trailer of the restoration looks incredible. Yeah. Cannot wait to fucking fire that up.
And actually, not to just go into a pitch for Patreon, not for the new transfer of Rump, but I was a year or two ago, we did a live watch along of Rumpelstiltskin, which you could see the archive of on Patreon.
Yeah, we might have.
It was kind of fun.
We might have more Rumpelstiltskin news coming, but you know, we'll just put a pin in that.
Yeah, well, satiate yourself with the old watch along.
Yeah.
We sang, we danced. Sunglasses.
It was our kind of world for sure. Yeah. Dad's Dungeon said you guys turned me on to the Burning in My Bloody Valentine. That's been awesome, dude. Like
two of the best slashers.
So good. So glad you finally checked those out because it would be a shame if you never saw those.
Oh yeah. At least just to to be able to kind of look at other movies and see where those kind of ideas are coming from, other slasher movies.
He also asked, have you seen Repo the Genetic Opera? Yeah, I've seen it with with Doogie Howser.
I have not.
It's okay. I'd probably have to go back and check it out and see how I feel about it now. But yeah, I have seen it. I saw it when it came out. I remember when it came out. Jesus.
Oh, we were talking about Wolfman earlier.
Yeah,
Jada
yeah,
K
yeah.
said they saw it on opening night. Underwhelmed, but probably better on the next watch with expectations removed. Yeah, I mean, you never know, right? Sometimes that second viewing hits different.
I mean, it's probably fine.
Yeah, I still want to watch it. Just probably not going to see it in theaters. Hard Eyes is coming out. There's some other shit dropping in February. Like,
yeah, Hard Eyes we're gonna go check out and see.
There's already some stuff coming out that I'm a little bit more interested in. Wolfman was kind of like, if nothing else is out, I'm going to see it.
Yeah. What's up, Richard Kimball? He says, "Yo, Joe, yo." Richard.
He's finally talking to you again.
Attorney at large.
It's not insulting anymore, Joe. Count your blessings.
Give it some time. We just started.
New year.
New year, new.
But how you doing, Richard?
I don't know what. The group behind Repo also did the quasi follow up, the Devil's Carnival. I never heard about that one.
Me either. We got a bunch of people doing the at us. The chat's fighting Joe with the mouse here.
We're getting there.
He's moving on him.
Yeah, it's fine. You want to drive?
No, just telling people. I'm trying to explain to people what's happening. That's all.
Did you guys? We checked out Smile 2. Sean just watched it. I thought it was really good.
I actually just got the Blu-ray in the mail today.
I think I like the first one better. It's just a different. It's a different kind of movie. The second one. Sort of. I know that sounds weird.
I think I like the second one better, but I got to watch them back to back. And the way those movies work, you could do that very easily.
Mm-hmm. I thought
kind of a genius way to do it.
I thought it was cool how they just go into each other. So I thought that was kind of neat. You know?
Without spoiling it, if you've seen it, I have no idea what the third one's going to be, but they really left it in a way where they could do a lot of different things.
We were talking about that. Again, no spoilers, but it was just like, okay,
cool. It's a cool ending.
It's cool, but it's also like. I really want to see how they're going to handle that if that's the route they go.
Mm-hmm. Good series so far, though. They're doing the third one definitely. I think it's next year. It's coming out. And
Sarge Fan 19, love the channel. Glad I'm a $10 Patreon supporter. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And thanks to all the patrons that contribute. That's really nice of you
Wizard's
guys.
House Elf.
Yeah.
Dobby.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Got to start bringing him up again. I don't like to shoehorn it in, but he's got to get his head blown off eventually. Haggerty's his lips are getting dry, Joe. He hasn't done it in a while.
Dad's Dungeon. One more, and then we're gonna get to the rest of you guys. Give me 1 second. You guys make my day whenever you post. You always make a bad day good. Thanks for what you do. You're very welcome, Dad's Dungeon, and glad we could be there for you and make your day better. That's kind of what it's all about. So, all right, here we go. Sebastian Sanchez. What is a sleeper sequel to your favorite horror series for movies? A sleeper sequel.
Like one that's better that people don't talk about, I guess you mean?
Well, one I guess where yeah.
I don't think it's better, and I don't even really watch it that often, to be perfectly honest, but I think Sleepaway Camp 2 is actually pretty good.
Okay.
It is so fucking different. It kind of leans into that satire. It's almost kind of like a Motel Hell, in my opinion, by the end of that movie.
Okay.
Whereas that first one is so hyper serious. I know people like to kind of make fun of it in today's day and age.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if that counts, but Sleepaway Camp 2 is just so different, but it's actually kind of fun.
I mean, there's so many. I could sit here all day and just rattle off sequels that don't get enough attention or are like decent to watch. Watchers 2 is one that I like a lot. It's not the same as the first one, but I think it's worth checking out and watching. Those are movies I want to get to this year. There's four of those bad boys.
Oh wow.
Roger Corman joints.
Oh god.
Dean Koontz, based on Dean Koontz novels. Or Dean Koontz, the first. There's only one Watchers novel, and then everything else, the sequels, have nothing to do with the novel. I don't think so.
Didn't even know there was a novel. Now I learn something new every day.
Oh, it's great, man. That was one of the ones. I don't know if we talked about it on a show or not, but that was one of the ones where I wanted to adapt that for like a series. As like a series pitch, yeah, okay. It would be Watchers.
Watchers, okay.
Yeah, like on Netflix or some shit. Daniel Belcher says, "What are your favorite fart scene in a movie?"
I have no fucking clue. I'm like thinking. I read that a minute ago. I was like thinking, Jackass. That's a little too real, right? But
favorite fart scene.
That guy fucking throws up from that.
Does it count does Dumb and Dumber count? Because I mean, he is shitting, but like he's also fart. Like Jeff Daniels is farting. That makes me fucking crack up every time.
That is actually a better answer. I gave the real answer. Two real answer. Guy literally shits himself in that movie.
It's so fucking funny, man. Dumb and Dumber. What else is another fart? One of there's a really good.
I mean, there's
fart.
actually probably a lot that I don't know why it's escaping me. I've seen so many damn slapstick movies.
When the kid in Heavyweights, the British kid farts in Jerry's face.
Oh, that's pretty good actually.
Good
oh God, we talked about that last year. That's true.
Or the scene in Jack where they're all farting in the fucking can and they light it on fire. That's pretty funny.
Okay, I got two actually.
Okay, go ahead.
Just now I actually thought about it a little more. Dennis the Menace.
Oh God, yeah,
with the baked beans, Christopher Lloyd, the fucking fire.
That's a good one.
And I like the liar one when he comes out of the elevator and he goes, "It was me," and they're like, "Oh." I had to think about it at first. I'm like, I have no idea. It's like, Sean, come on.
Man, that is a good one.
Yeah. Sean Laughlin.
Anything where they light farts on fire is funny too. Yeah.
Well, South Park the movie.
Yeah.
Sean Laughlin asked, "Hey boys, what's your favorite movie of 2024?" He's gonna say Substance, hands down. I think Substance might be mine.
I'm gonna have to agree. I think.
The only thing that kind of.
No, I mean,
there was a lot of good shit last year.
It's a different. Okay, I can't just be like. I have a problem with being like that's my favorite of the whole year because like Godzilla was fucking awesome.
Well, was that last year? That was, I think, the year before, actually.
Was it?
Yeah. That was 2023. Was it
2023?
ASN, like December, remember? And then, like, the DVDs and all that shit. Chat, let me know if I'm wrong about that. I'm pretty sure that was 2023, though, ASN.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. I'm going back to what was happening at my life at the time. It was absolutely
Oh, my God. Fuck me, man. Then, The Substance,
Yeah. Because I was going to say Dune 2 came out. That was really good. And if I had to split hairs, maybe Furiosa might be my other choice. But I think The Substance, I think, might be my number one.
Substance, if Godzilla didn't come out last year, then yeah, definitely The Substance was at the top of the pile there.
Last year was Godzilla versus Kong. That was last year's Godzilla release.
Was it?
Yep.
I thought Godzilla vs. Kong came out before Godzilla.
All right, well, let's go on Letterboxd and confirm.
Anyway, I'm sure somebody's already saying
Yeah, sure. I just now.
Either way, I don't know if I could be like, oh, this is my favorite movie of 2024 or whatever. Like,
Fair.
Like there's different categories for them. So yeah, there was a lot of good shit. P. Clark says, please do a book to the movie on The Keep. Now, the Keep just came out on 4K from Vinegar Syndrome, so I do have that. I'm going to probably do like a mini disc review thing. I'm going to start doing
like
those.
A fresh picks kind of thing,
I'm going to do, yeah, I talked about doing the fresh picks. I'm not going to have it probably until like late February because there's a lot going on. But like, I get a bunch of movies all the time, so I want to like watch them, and we probably won't review them all, but I can at least talk to you guys about like the new releases that are coming out that I got, and it'll be fun to kind of chat about. Now, as far as The Keep goes, I was supposed to go on Video Villa for that, so maybe we'll do another crossover with Logan where we'll do The Keep, and then eventually we'll do. Of course, we'll do book to the movie if we end up doing it.
Right, because that's usually like the theme with book to the movie. We like to do a movie and then later, whether it's the same year or the next year or whatever, do a book version of that.
We do have some
so it's not too repetitive.
Yeah, we also do have some other book to the movie stuff coming up
that's true.
that I'm really excited about.
Yeah, we've been talking to Chris about some ideas. So this year's going to be interesting. We're going to be working with CB more, hopefully.
Yeah. Art says, Movie Dumpster, have you guys seen Let's Scare Jessica to Death? They're the ones, sorry to call you out, but they're the ones that said you're a very handsome man.
No, I know, I saw that.
Have you guys seen Let's Scare Jessica to Death? Yeah, it's classic. It's great.
I have not seen that one.
Are you sure?
Name doesn't. What year did it come out roughly?
Isn't that the? Oh, that's never mind. I'm thinking of another one.
The name does sound familiar. Elaborate on the plots a little bit. But I have not seen that one. I'm always interested in a new movie.
The fucking thing jumped down. Okay. Rob K says, what's a scene in a movie that you're embarrassed that you laughed at? I don't know.
I can't even think of one, honestly.
Because it would have to be something that was like not PC, right?
I mean, I'm assuming this is like in reference to like all the shit with the substance. I think, Rob, is that where you're coming from with this one?
Or like, what? Yeah, what's the context there? Is it like embarrassed, like I shouldn't be laughing at that in a way where it's like that's not cool to laugh at?
I think that's what he means.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, I don't know. We are from the generation where we grew up in the middle of things. So it was like shit was fucking insane in the early 90s that we grew up with, because I was just watching the Jerry Springer documentary with my wife because she had it on, and I was like, the shit that was on television then, and like you don't think anything of it, and then you go back and watch, you go, holy shit, how the fuck did they get away with that?
They're all actors, that's why.
Or no, they weren't actually.
Jerry Springer?
Yeah, those were real fucking people.
I think it's a mix then.
I mean, probably people that just wanted to be on TV, but then there was like actual people that had mental problems that were on television, and they exploited them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was fucking bonkers.
Not good.
It's crazy. It's insane. You could not do that today. It's fucking insane. But then you think of things like, the Attitude Era of WWE, and like all the shit that they did, like the whole suck it thing, and just the way, just the way that they've like shamed women on television and all this shit. So the point of that is like we grew up with all of that crazy shit and things like Blazing Saddles and things like Ace Ventura and all this stuff where that's what I mean, like I'm laughing at it, right? So the Finkel is Einhorn thing is funny, but like
you're supposed to laugh at that.
I know, but I don't look at it in a way where I hate a certain group of people because of it. I'm not laughing at it because I think I'm like, they're fucking whatevers,
Right. Well, yeah, that's a whole different can of worms. But
I guess that's what
I think. If anything, does
that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does. I mean, in the case of Ace Ventura, I think that actually is like, even though that plot point actually kind of is the whole point of the fucking movie, some of that towards the end actually hurts the what's the term? The date. It kind of dates it.
It kind of dates it, yeah.
But
like it's still funny. Like
it's still a funny ass movie.
And that might be actually a pretty good point of reference. Like I can laugh at that movie, but I'm also it's not demonizing.
Nah, yeah.
Like trans people or anything like that. For me, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not. It's two different things.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know if that's what Rob means.
I don't know.
But
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did I go too deep? Did I get too cerebral on that? I don't know.
How dare you?
I have a penchant for overthinking things. So, anyway, let's move on.
I mean, I'm sure I've laughed at shit that's pissed people off. I mean, I'm not saying I'm immune to that, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
But how many satirical films?
Something with Avatar. I remember being an asshole when my family watched Avatar. I think I talked about that before, like 15, 12, 20 years ago.
But it's like also satirical films, you know what I mean? Stuff I mentioned Blazing Saddles before, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
People are like, this is not okay to watch. I'm like, no, you missed the point.
Those are people just don't get
of the movie. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's like a different kind of the flip side of that coin.
Yeah.
Hector Rodriguez says, hey guys, I listened to your review of The Brood today. Great episode. May I ask, what's the intro music? Is it custom made or can I find a full version somewhere? First of all, thanks for watching The Brood. We're so happy that you enjoyed it. We really gotta get that track on like Spotify or something.
I guess where you can just get it wherever.
Yeah, that is a track that we had commissioned for the show.
Yeah, when it first started
from Protector 101. And that is like our theme. It's not it's nobody else's music. That's the Movie Dumpster theme.
Yep.
Like period. So yeah, we got to get that up so people can like, because people have been requesting it for years. That's for like true. The ringtone and stuff like that. So like, I don't know where it would live though. Like, does it live in the podcast feed? Does it live on?
Right.
I don't know where that
camp or something.
Yeah, not sure where that lives, but we'll figure something out eventually.
We have a couple different versions of that, which maybe we should do more of that at some point. We have like the Halloween and the Christmas version.
Yeah, we have like 3 or 4 different versions.
And the video game version.
And the video game version.
And the one Serge did with his band.
Serge has got one.
With the Hungry Beast. That was fucking sick. Go back and listen to the Terrorvision episode.
My buddy Roshane, who does Mr. Ticklehands. Yeah. If you guys haven't heard Mr. Ticklehands, go check them out. They're fucking awesome. But he did the video game theme version for us. And then Protector 101 did the Christmas, the regular theme, the Christmas theme, and the Halloween theme.
Yeah.
For us.
We definitely got to do some more video game shit and reuse that in some capacity. The closest thing we've done recently was probably Brain Scan.
Yeah, and Serge is Lethian, by the way. If you want to go check out his band, it's like it's metal.
He's in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, there he is, right there. I see him. What's up, Serge? How you doing, man? Let's see. Yes, we did hear that. We were just talking about Robert Eggers doing Werewolf.
Yes.
For Christmas. I'm very excited. A werewolf movie for Christmas. I'm so excited. And it's not like, and it's an original concept. So I'm psyched.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Based on like folklore and shit. Which I would like, I'm always sitting here like, oh, I really want to like dive into. I mean, it would totally change the theme of the podcast, but I love cryptozoology and folklore and legend, and I know Sean does too. But like, I would love to talk about that in a bigger capacity. I don't know what or how we do that for, but like, I don't know. It'd be cool because like I would love to talk about like Montague Summers and stuff, and like
I don't like Connor or someone like a couple of years ago had an idea to do something with that, but then I don't know whatever happened with it. Maybe it wasn't Connor.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody did.
I can't remember.
Maybe it was Hunter. Somebody we knew. Anyway.
Yeah. Sarge Fan 19 says, I'm looking for a good movie to watch streaming. Any suggestions? Go watch Late Phases. I think we recommended that on the Baron's Hideout podcast.
Yeah.
It's on Screenbox.
That's a good point. I was going to say that's me every night, but yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, on the Baron's podcast, Baron's Hideout podcast, we did talk about that.
It's almost to a fault, right? Because like I'm surrounded by like there's all tapes down here, but upstairs it's all Blu-rays and DVDs and shit, and I'm just like I don't know what the fuck to watch. Where are you going?
I was just seeing what else was on the chat here.
Well, there was other ones that we didn't talk.
I know. I'm just scrolling, and then it jumped ahead. It was doing the thing it was doing to Joe earlier for anyone paying attention. Okay, well, here we are. We're back at the questions here. All right, I'm almost caught up. Sorry, chat. Give me 1 second. Have you guys ever heard of Plex? Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't ever really fucked with it hardcore. It's like where you could put like movies on a server and access it at any time. And they say, just saw Evil Speak on there. Got some pretty solid horror stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's probably somebody's server. I haven't actually fucked with Plex in a while, so maybe I have outdated information in my head.
I have no idea. I never fuck with that. I do fuck with torrents and shit, but not Plex.
Mm-hmm. That's my understanding of it. I haven't messed with it in a while.
Ryan Underwood says he fell asleep watching Smile 2. Were you just tired?
Really?
My man, like, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you weren't into it. Give it another chance. I thought it was really good.
Also, are you related to Ron Underwood?
It's possible.
Of Tremors and City Slickers fame? Probably not, but I figured I'd ask.
Might as well ask.
Daniel Belcher says, Joe, would you ever do a list of your favorite stop motion effects? I mean, I could. There's so many things that I want to do.
Right.
And like, if I could wake up tomorrow and not have anything else to do, like work-wise.
Yeah.
Like putting bread on the table kind of shit. I would have so many different things for you guys. Like, I would do all different kinds of videos. For you. I mean, maybe I'll just shoot it on my phone and be like, yeah, I like shit. Here you go. Here.
That was like a reel or something. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I was like debating on doing because I had never done it, but like a trailer reaction for. I'm not usually down with that shit, but like I wanted to talk about it for the Monkeys specifically because like it was just fresh in my head because I had read it after I saw Cuckoo.
The new trailer.
Yeah, I saw Cuckoo, and then when I saw Cuckoo, they had a teaser for it, and then right after that, I read the short story again because I was like, holy shit, Oz Perkins is doing the monkey.
Right.
So I just wanted to say a few things about the trailer. I guess I could do it here, but like just the differences of like from I didn't expect it to be like a dark comedy. Which it has a very like dark comedy feel in the trailer, which I'm kind of about. But then there's like this almost like Final Destination element that I'm kind of like, it's not exactly how that plays out per se. I mean, yes, but no. I don't know. We're gonna do a monkey review and then we'll talk a little bit about it. But like also one of the biggest changes that I thought was curious was the monkey in the book has symbols, like one of those classic symbol monkeys, right? So when it claps its cymbals, somebody dies. It's not a spoiler.
Spoilers.
Well, it's not a spoiler. That's kind of what happens because like when he hits the drum,
happened in the first 5 minutes
of what?
I didn't even know that happened.
Well, the monkey hits the drum.
I didn't watch the trailer on
every
purpose.
Every time the monkey hits the drum, somebody dies.
I didn't watch the trailer on purpose.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess now I know that.
That's the point of the story.
I have no idea. The monkey looks cool. Not gonna watch the trailer.
Okay.
That's the thing. I don't watch trailers anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't done that for a couple years now.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess that's now. Yeah, I've seen the poster. Is the point? Yeah, it's like the monkey.
Well,
thing.
he's got drums. It's a drum instead of cymbals. So it's just interesting to me.
That is
how they do it and like how they're gonna do it. You know,
they couldn't get the rights to the cymbal monkey.
I don't know if that's the case or I don't know.
I doubt it.
But like that's a question that I want to see and I want to see how it plays out. You know,
I wonder maybe they do something cool with the drums, like you hear it coming kind of thing.
Down
the hall.
That's the thing because like
the cymbal's like instant. You know,
the cymbal's instant, but like there's like suspense before it, like
before it
because
clangs.
Like the one in the I'm not gonna keep saying the one in the book, but like it like
take a shot.
Its lips move and they like go over the. It's a classic cymbal monkey and the eyes blink and shit before it smashes the cymbals.
Sounds creepy.
It's fucking creepy as hell. So
What collection is that in? Do you remember?
Skeleton Crew.
Okay.
So I was curious because you know, I just want to see how it plays out for the movie. And how they handle it, and especially like with long legs, how they handle long legs, and is it going to be something similar like that if you saw a long leg? You know what I mean? I don't know. I got a lot of questions, and I can't wait to check it out. So
yeah, I'm excited. Again, I say I don't watch trailers, but I did see the initial trailer. Mm-hmm. It's kind of hard to miss that first one when they attach it to like every horror movie, but I've been trying to avoid them. So either way, I'm excited.
J Decay, the Grim Reaper. What's up, dude? How about some trauma episodes leading up to the new Toxic Avenger? So here's the thing.
I can't believe they finally fucking are coming out with that movie. By the way. We've been talking about this for a while on these live shows.
It's one thing. Oh, I fucked up, by the way. I said fuck you, Lionsgate, and that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say fuck you, Legendary Pictures.
They're the ones that were.
Yes, I like Lionsgate. Lionsgate is awesome, and they have the rights to a lot of movies that we love. I meant to say fuck you, Legendary, because Legendary was like, yeah, we're just not going to release this. But what's cool I don't know. I mean, they put up the money, I guess, to make it, but Cineverse has now purchased it to release, and they had just done. They did all the not all the Terrifier. I don't know if they did all of them, but they did Terrifier 3. And they did the Street Trash remake that just came out. Yeah. So it's apropos for them to, I think, to pick up Toxic Avenger and release that. So I'm looking forward to seeing it when it comes out. But that's coming out this year. But what I wanted to do was do all 4 Toxic Avenger movies, because not only for the remake of the movie, but I'm also heavily involved with working on the Toxic Crusaders video game. So I did want to talk about the Toxic Crusaders and the video game, and kind of have some of the other people that I've worked with on the game maybe come on the show and talk about some of the movies in succession. So I think that would be a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
So maybe.
So if we do that would probably be 8 episodes, not necessarily episodes. I mean, we're not opposed to doing other trauma films, but if we did Toxic, we'd probably do it as like a compilation.
Maybe like a 1 or 2 episode thing, or like an extra long episode, one or the other.
Yeah. But that's the idea. That's what we're thinking. I mean, there's definitely some other trauma movies, like if you go down the list, that we probably will cover eventually. But Toxie's definitely at the top.
Yeah. What's up, Dusty? How you doing, man? What's cooking? Okay. So, we've got. What else?
You want to take a couple more? You want to talk some?
Well, how many is left? We got Hector, and is there any more on the bottom?
I haven't scrolled down in a minute, but let's take this one from Hector from a little while ago. He goes, also, I can make a recommendation for what they think at least is a right movie, The Hunted, 1995 ninja movie starring Christopher Lambert. All right, well, I'll at least watch it. I don't know if we'll review it.
Christopher Lambert he's a ninja.
Very MD, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Rob K. I know this came a little while ago.
Oh, sorry about that, Rob. Thank you so much for the $5, dude.
They said the scene in Pulp Fiction where Vince shoots Marv in the face isn't really funny, but I laughed my ass off. Okay,
yeah. Oh, that's a classic scene, though. I shot Marvin in the face.
Quentin's got a little sense of humor with that. He knows you're supposed to laugh.
Okay, so you mean dark humor?
Yeah, dark humor. Yeah, I still couldn't think of anything.
All the time laughing at dark humor.
I mean, we talked about that in the Street Trash episode. I mean, you are supposed to laugh at that shit, but you had that experience at the drive-in where some folks weren't, and you kind of felt like
they didn't know if they should laugh or not. Either one, they didn't want to laugh at it or thought it was shit, or like 2, they felt they didn't know if they could laugh at it or not. And I was like, yeah, of course, it's satire. Like, yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
Brody Kane with the 2-banger. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Australian.
Is it a g'day, mate?
Yes. Aberration. What a great film.
Oh, it's so good. You want to talk about a film that absolutely 100% needs a Blu-ray restoration? It's that movie. I don't know how that
we got to get involved in that somehow.
I would love to be involved in that. Also, I found out who owns Metal Beast too. Metal Beast is owned by Paramount.
Oh.
Yeah. I tracked down the lineage of where it went. I don't know who owns Aberration though, but that would be that'd be one to find out too.
That's one of them.
Not that we could probably ever fucking touch it because
Well, I mean,
we don't have access. We don't have access to that. I don't think we're big enough for those guys to even play ball with us whatsoever.
Maybe
a guy can dream.
Yeah. Brian Cryer, Mickey 17 looks like fun. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see that one. That's the Robert Pattinson.
Oh, I saw the.
What's that fucking director's name? I always forget how to say it. Suk Won Ho, or guy did Parasite and then Snow.
Bong Joon-ho.
Bong Joon-ho. He directed it.
Oh, did he really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't. First of all, I didn't know he was directing it. I saw the poster for it, but I didn't watch the trailer. So that sounds
Oh,
cool.
don't watch the trailer. Just fucking see the movie. It looks crazy.
Well, I want to watch the trailer.
Oh, okay. Do you know the setup at all?
No,
He's basically like cloned multiple times.
I
and it's,
figured
like, in
because
space or some shit.
because it's called like Charlie 17 or whatever.
Yeah. It's based on a
Mickey
book.
17. Excuse me.
It looks wacky, very like sci-fi comedy. It looks fun. I definitely want to see that one.
All right, let's take a couple more. Well, there's two more. We got one from Serge and we got one from Billy, and then
Sure.
we're going to talk about some other stuff.
Sounds good.
Serge says, either of you guys catch Mads or Mad S? Vibey one shot, kind of psychedelic infection flick. No, man.
No.
Have not seen that. Would love to check it out. Let us know where we can check it out for sure. And Billy Mount the third, not the first or second, says, would you do a video on Toxic Crusaders, speaking of trauma? And yeah, well, I kind of answered that already. So yeah.
Like in the same vein, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
for sure. I mean, I grew up with Toxic Crusaders. We're from New Jersey, so Toxic Crusaders and the Toxic Avenger and all that shit is like baked into me. He's the first superhero from New Jersey. I've been a fan of trauma since I could fucking remember, and so has my mother. So it's like, it's just part of who I am too. So
You came out of that toxic.
I did. I came out of the sludge.
Push the toot to the side.
So yeah. Billy Mounts, just real quick, says, are you guys aware that Paramount owns Miramax? I didn't know that, but I mean, absolutely. Well,
doesn't shock me. Miramax took a shit a few years back and they got bought out, I want to say. Did they not? That's probably when that happened.
I mean, sure. I didn't know that, but like, so it's weird because I don't know who owns what. And like Metal Beast, I think MVD did an official release in the States on Blu-ray, but it's still not a restoration of the film. It's like the 4:3 master tapes or whatever. It's not the film like scan. There's no film scan of it, so it's not widescreen. It's 4:3. And then I didn't know who owned it. You know what I mean? So like I went and I
you
like
gotta do your research.
and like Prism Entertainment, I think, put out the VHS. So then I just went from there, and I was like, well, what happened to this company? It folded, and this company bought them, and then this company bought them, and then it went to this, and then it went to this. Anyway, all roads led to Paramount, so they have it. So I would be surprised if TerrorVision doesn't tackle Metal Beast at some point, since they have a Paramount deal going. They did Congo, they did Rumpelstiltskin, so I would love if they did that. And please, for the love of Christ, call me up for that release. We would love to be involved in that in some way.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I will go shoot the interviews for Kane Hodder and everybody. Anyway,
signing himself up. I don't blame you. It'd be fun.
Yeah. So as far as jump back to movie dumpster stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, we got The Hand coming up next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
End of this week, I guess, technically at this point. But yes.
Yeah. Well, it's Sunday, so
capping off January.
So Friday, the last episode for January will come out. It'll be The Hand with Logan from Video Villa, and then we also have some stuff coming up for Patreon.
Yeah. We got a Patreon commentary track coming out. In the middle of working on that. That might come out after The Hand, but it's on John Carpenter's Vampires.
Yeah.
We've kind of tackled that one a couple times now. There's a new 4K actually dropping, so we're like, what the fuck, why not?
I think Shout's dropping the 4K.
Yeah.
Got a little wood, man. I got to say. So
it was also kind of like we were doing yesterday's target for the watch along tonight when we were kind of setting up things for January when we were talking. I was like, why don't we do a Baldwin double feature? And we were kind of like, okay,
it totally makes sense too, because it was like, okay, well, the 4K is coming out. People are gonna start, if you don't have Vampires, you're gonna upgrade your copy. It's like, oh shit, all right, well, the Dumpster Boy's got a fucking commentary for you, so that's pretty sweet.
Hopefully, some of the streaming services upgrade their fucking copy.
Seriously, man.
That kills me sometimes. Sometimes we review stuff and I like rent a movie on like Fandango or movies at home, whatever the hell they call it now, and it's like only available in SD or HD, and it's like a pretty high production film, and I'm like scratching my head. I'm like, well, okay, I'll only pay the $4 if you don't want me to pay the $7. I'll pay the $4. Okay.
I think it also depends too, because sometimes whoever's streaming it only has the rights to certain things and certain versions of the movie. And also, I think that might help pirating. I don't know. Not really. Probably not, but maybe. I don't know.
Hey, speaking about licenses, fucking, who was that? TerrorVision or somebody just got all the stuff from the John Woo stuff and some other Chinese stuff.
Oh,
they got
that's
Hard-Boiled and
right.
a few other movies. There's some good shit coming out this year already. It's like the announcements are coming in fast and furious if you care about physical, which I feel like a lot of people that are watching this show probably do.
Yeah,
we do here at the in the dungeon.
Absolutely, and I know a little about the minutia of that stuff, but not entirely. And I know like OCN is like the parent company for places like Vinegar Syndrome, and there's other subsidiaries of that label, and they kind of provide for everybody, sort of, you know.
Well, that's like even Monster Mania is coming up in March, which we'll be at. We'll probably talk about that more in the next live.
Oh
show.
yeah, that's gonna be yeah. But as we get closer to that, we're gonna talk about Monster Mania. But that's gonna be good. We're gonna be in Cherry Hill, so if you cats are planning to go out to Monster Mania in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, we are going to be there.
Yeah,
so.
I think that's the second week of March, like 12th or the 15th.
Yeah.
But I would just bring that up specifically because of what you were talking about. A lot of times when you go to those conventions, I guess horror movie conventions in general, you'll see the different booths of each different individual label, but sometimes they have a little bit of each other's shit because they kind of work together. On a business level,
sort of.
Not all
it
of them,
depends.
but some of them.
Like I think like Vinegar Syndrome started doing that.
That's what I mean.
To push other things under the OCN label, so it'd be like the partner label, and they have like a Canadian label. I don't know if Deaf Crocodile is part of that. I don't know. There's
stuff like that though.
Regardless, it's you'll notice if it's OCN or not. Then they're all working together. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? Born to be Rad. Justice for Elves. Okay, let me tell you something.
I was talking about Haggerty earlier, blowing about somebody's head off.
I would love. That's another kind of dream of mine too. For years has been to get Elves to disc, and apparently other people's. And a buddy of ours, John Campapiano, who does a lot of documentary work, was telling me that he had talked to the director like years ago, and like he doesn't have a film print. They don't know where the fuck the film print is, and that's pretty much why we haven't gotten Elves on Blu-rays, because nobody can find a fucking 35mm print of it. So keep your eyes peeled. Maybe it's in somebody's grandma's attic or some bullshit, but like it's got to exist, right? It's got to be somewhere. Somebody has to have a copy, right? They didn't all burn up in a fire. I mean, maybe they did. I don't know. But
salt mine. Always go back to that.
Yeah, that's like finding the Loch Ness monster or Bigfoot or something, man. Like like that would be a truly incredible day.
Yes.
When that happens. So looking forward to that, if ever. So.
I'm just trying to think of other stuff that we should probably talk about as we're kind of getting close to winding this down. Fred mentions Tales from the Dark Side. I know we not to always kind of just cap things off with Tales. We did put out that episode. Now that was when we did film quite a while ago. I don't know if you could tell by watching it or not. I mean, not that the audio listeners give a shit. But we kind of got to get back together and figure out what's happening with that. But the plan as of now is more coming in February. If that changes, we'll let you know. But Patreon will find out once we film something.
Yeah.
Soon.
We just have to get together, and like just again, like it's hard because Chris is far away, farther away than Sean is from us. So it's scheduling, and everybody's busy. Again, we don't. Again, I know I say this a lot, or we say this a lot, but like we don't do this full time. Not even fucking close to doing this full time, or even part time. To be perfectly honest. But we try to do what we can. So as soon as we can figure out some dates to get him up here and kind of like the lay of the land, we'll let you know. And kind of update you what's happening going forward. So
because we'll have that wrap up of season 2 and then the beginning of 3 and going forward. Definitely going to be trying to get more of those out this year.
Yeah.
But like Joe just said, we'll update you as we have updates.
Mm-hmm. Joseph Schenkenfelder. Yeah. Have you guys ever seen John Candy's SCTV stuff? Yes. One of my favorite bits that he does is the junk food repairman.
Yes.
That's so fucking funny. And I saw a clip the other day. I'm not like super familiar with SCTV, but like I really want to want to jump in because like John Candy's Orson Welles shit is fucking hilarious. But I saw a clip it was Martin Short, the dad from American Pie, what's his name?
Eugene Levy.
Levy and John Candy, and they were like a punk group like the Sex Pistols, and they're doing like a punk show. And it was so fucking funny. And
a lot of musical acts.
John Candy's the drummer, and he's bald with glasses, and he's playing the drums like. And I was like, and he's got this scarf on, and I'm like, dude, hear me out. John Candy as Wilson Fisk in like a fucking
God.
like alternate, in the multiverse, man. I would have loved to see. Could you imagine John Candy bald? I mean, seeing him bald, I was like, holy shit, he would be an incredible Kingpin.
Oh God, like Dr. Evil.
Oh my God, dude, like it was crazy. So
Love to hear it.
yeah,
That's coming in March. We'll probably be talking. We probably won't do an episode on that. Oh, maybe we will. I don't know.
what's that? I'm sorry.
Daredevil.
Oh, Daredevil.
About Kingpin. Holy
Man,
shit.
I can't wait for fucking Born Again. That's
Marvel is maybe making a comeback. We'll
Yeah.
we'll find out. Not that that's necessarily movie dumpster content, but we talk about Marvel sometimes.
Yeah, no, I mean, we are fans of them of Marvel, but I mean that's kind of not the thing we do. But we
Fingers
usually
crossed it's good.
We should talk about it on live shows too. So yeah, I mean, expect us to definitely talk about it on the live show. We're gonna go see Cap. We're gonna watch Daredevil. I mean, the thing is,
I will say that those Hulk figures look like the fucking Costco guy. Like he's a little angry.
Oh, do they
dropping
really?
the boom? That's what I thought.
The other thing
Big
is like
Justice.
there's so many giant channels that cover the Marvel shit.
That's why we did Guardians as a love letter kind of thing.
We did Guardians because we just liked it so much that we wanted to talk about it, and James Gunn, of course. But like, like I was watching like breakdown videos with my wife the other night, and it was like I could never fucking do this. Where it's like, yeah, so we're
bread and butter though.
I know, man, but like I could never like I think about that because I'm like, oh, how can we grow the channel? I'm like, do I have to sit here and be like, hey, this is the new movie that's out today? Hey, have you ever seen this movie from 1980 something? But the directed by John Carpenter was blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, I can't do this.
That's like not to keep invoking them because it's like not our podcast or show, but like Red Letter Media, they have the whole series kind of making fun of that kind of fandom. It's like Nerd Boys or some shit.
I mean, look,
I don't know about making fun of people on that level, but those videos are fucking hilarious.
I'm not condemning
in that vein, though.
I'm not condemning those people. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if I have the capacity to do something like that.
I could do reactions. I tried doing manga reactions a while back. I just didn't really, I realized I didn't really have the time to do that. Just when the new chapters of One Piece or whatever came out.
I think you started doing that.
I did a few. I actually, they're privated on my YouTube channel, but that's something if I ever did come around to have the time again, would like to do. But yeah, it is kind of more time consuming than you may realize. Actually,
it is. I mean, that's why we don't put out a ton of content because like we only have so much time to record something and then put it all together. And like,
True.
And the other thing is like we want to make sure that it looks good. And
there's a quality
there's
element.
A quality thing, and there's like a pride thing that we have, and that's why. I mean, could we just do a one camera shoot and just knock it out and do it really quick and do a review in 5 minutes? Sure, we could, but that's not kind of what it is, and that's not
the kind of show we're trying to make per se.
I mean, it never was, and like
long form discussion.
I love getting together with a good friend of mine and talking about a movie and cutting it up. You know what I mean? Like that's what we like to do. That's what we love to do.
I mean, even Tales from the Dark Side, I mean, is technically like the shorter version of that, but even then, we're still pretty much just talking about the episode for half an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
it's, I don't know. It's fun to talk about it. You guys clearly think it's fun to listen to.
Of course, I mean, we
there's
actually people that like want to watch it, right?
I mean, we've been doing it for 8 years, so everybody in the dumpster is enjoying it. I hope, or we hope rather, and we're not going to stop doing it.
Yeah, but don't be jealous. There's nothing to be jealous about. We're all
who's saying they're jealous?
Born to be Rad. There's nothing to be jealous about. We hope everybody makes it. We're just doing the thing and just trying to.
That's what I'm saying. When we're in this dumpster together,
I know we're all trying to be relevant. You know what I mean? And again, we're stronger together than we are separate. You know what I mean?
True.
If we work together more, it gets out to more people. That's just the way it is with the crossovers and promoting each other. I mean, we've been big proponents of that since we started.
Working with other people
and doing shows together, doing live shows, doing crossovers, doing like showings at places and stuff. Like we're gonna be doing a showing. We're gonna do our first crossover with Tapes from the Crypt as an honest to goodness like show in April. So we'll have more details on that soon. But that's gonna be super fun. But
a lot of good stuff cooking.
Trying to lift everybody up. You know what I mean? Like not that you're saying this. I'm not saying anybody said this, but like I just want to say it.
Sure,
we're not competing with anybody. It's not
competing with ourselves, if anything.
Yeah, I know. Right. I think that's the only thing we're competing with is ourselves. Yeah,
that's just how I'm a goal-oriented person. That's kind of the way I look at it.
We're trying to we do what we can to support who we can when we can. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of there's a lot of shit going on, and we know that you guys got a lot of shit going on, and other creators that have been fans of the show, again, like Dusty's right there too, or Serge or somebody, we try to share what we can when we see it,
Oh yeah.
And it's helpful for everybody, So
There's also a case of me just like detaching myself from social media in general.
He fucking checks the fuck out.
Well,
anything you see on social media is this guy right here.
Yeah, usually. I mean, it's not me trying to just make Joe do it. It's just I sometimes for my own mental health have to just not look at that shit.
Yeah.
Just in general.
I don't have a choice. It needs to. Somebody needs to do it, and I do the dirty work.
We have to make the post. We love to inform you guys of what's going on in the MD universe, but sometimes I gotta be like, Twitter, you're bringing me down. X, whatever the fuck we're calling it this week,
especially right now with everything. It's
Well,
I just look. I can't even fucking look at just like regular nerd news without some bullshit popping up, and I'm like, this.
I just go on my letterbox, start rating shit. I'm like, oh yeah, remember that movie? I get brain off this, Sean. Play some GoldenEye. Sorry, I downloaded GoldenEye. I was playing that today, but I feel like now we're just kind
for 64 or
Xbox.
Oh, the Xbox. Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of devolving into just rambling tirade there. I don't know if you have much else to add to this show.
I mean, it's not a rambling tirade.
No, I mean me.
Oh,
I'm making a rambling tirade.
No,
didn't mean to throw you off.
No,
there.
you're good. I mean, you're good, man. No, just everything's going good. It's just, it's been a bummer of the beginning of the year personally, but like we're getting there. Like I'm trying to work through it and get there. There's a lot of good stuff coming up, and I'm very thankful for all the opportunities that are coming down the pike this year, and who I get to work with, and all that stuff, or who we get to work with rather too. So it's all good stuff. It's just it's tough sometimes to just to stay positive. You know what I mean? So, and that's another thing, like to be there for each other, to keep to be like, hey, you're fucking doing a good job. Hey, you're doing it. You know what I mean? So that's super helpful too. So
positive reinforcement.
Positive reinforcement. I'm so tired of negativity and people like ganging up on each other or gatekeeping or any bullshit like that. I cannot fucking stand that. So I'm so happy that we could foster a community like you guys to be there for not only each other, but like other shows, supporting other arts and whatever that is, whether it's painting or design or sculpting or a podcast or making movies or whatever. You know what I mean? We all want to make it. We all want to do the things we love for a living. So that would be nice.
And honestly, like that kind of makes me a little verklempt there for a second.
You just went Jewish for a second.
Well, because I keep thinking of David Lynch, and it's like everything you just said is kind of what Lynch lived his life by, the art life. And that's another thing that it's kind of like been bumming me out the last couple of weeks. And I'm sure some of you folks, if you're fans, I can't even imagine knowing him in real life, how you must feel. Anytime with a celebrity death, that's kind of how I think about it. I'm not even big into celebrities, but there's certain guys like Harold Ramis, Lynch, Bowie when they pass.
Oh my god!
Like,
and all thrry that you just mentioned devastated me.
Yeah. I can think of a few like when not to jinx it, but like when Jesus, why is her name escaping me now? Foxy Brown. When she passes, that's gonna be a sad day.
Oh my god.
Coco.
Pam Grier.
Yeah. It's like that's another one that jumps to mind, but it's like David Lynch is fucking me up. So I've watched a lot of Lynch lately. That's about the only positive. But everything you just said made me think of Lynch. Like, and you got to try to do your art if that's your passion.
Lynch was such a huge influence on my life too. I mean, he was a hero through and through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially for art in general. But like
that's what I mean by it. Even if I didn't get all his movies, just I respected.
Yeah, totally. He was always a proponent of that, and like that's where I got. But that's where you get. That's where like a lot of my the way I look at things comes from. You know, what I mean? From people like Lynch. I mean, dude was a visionary, and he knew what the fuck he wanted, and don't let anybody get in your way of it either.
Hey.
Like fuck you, go fuck yourself. So I forgot where I wanted to go the end with that, but like you made a good point though. So cool. Just keep going, keep on trucking.
Keep trucking,
as they say.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I want to say. But like as people pass away, like David Lynch, like these great visionaries and inspirations, who is filling the void?
God, that's a good question.
Who's filling the void? And we have to
cultivate that. Honestly.
Like as artists, we have to kind of be there to get to pick up the fucking torch and run with it. Because if we don't do it, nobody's gonna do it, and then everything falls to shit. You know what I mean in terms of that, and like that's why I got so mad about the Nosferatu stuff, and not to and I wasn't
snap judgment.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be sorry. Just one thing. I know it's 7:00. We're gonna jump to Patreon in a second. I know it's it sounds pretentious or it sounds like I'm being a dickhead. But, there is art happening in Nosferatu. Not that movies in general aren't art, and I know it takes a lot to make anything, even Marvel movies. But, like, that is a very specific passion project. And it might be a little bit more mainstream than things like The Lighthouse or The Witch. You know what I mean? But that's what happens when you get big in Hollywood.
Well,
that's what happens.
Look
You
at
know what I mean?
Raimi.
Same thing happened to Lynch too, but he never lost his. The motherfucker directed Dune. Okay,
well, that's the one that broke him. Maybe that's why he went back to what he went back
right,
to.
But do you see what I'm getting at there?
Yeah.
But my point
movies.
is, like, I think Eggers is one of those guys. You know what I mean? I think Eggers gets it. I think he's doing it for the right reasons, and I don't know.
Follow your passions.
Follow your passions, I guess, is what I'm saying, and stand up for your art and stand up for your vision and things like that. And I think we need to do more of that, especially now with everything happening and I don't know. I don't want to get too preachy or weird. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
It's
You're
just
good.
these are things that are just in my brain and it's and some people have messaged me. It's detrimental to the artist and the dreamer and the person who wants to create. You know what I mean?
Well, like Lynch said, people, get angry, roll on the ground and kick your legs and be angry, Joe. Be upset.
Yeah.
That's where all the magic will happen. That's where you'll get that inspiration.
Don't let anybody tell you or keep you the fuck down from the things that you want to do. Yeah. Best advice anybody could give anybody, and like you just said, like Lynch is like, if you want something, go fucking get it, fight for it, and everybody can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, pretty much. And also, even though we are kind of late wrapping this up, did want to mention one other thing. Even though that would have been the perfect note to end on.
Sorry, this will be a better note to end.
Okay, we did just put a poll up. We have 2 episodes coming out in February.
Yes.
One we already shot. We haven't announced it yet. We'll put a post up probably this week for Patreon.
Okay, we didn't announce on Patreon.
Save it for Patreon.
Yeah, save it for Patreon. I didn't know I forgot if we did.
We did not.
Okay.
So there will be 2 mainline episodes, and then some other stuff we haven't planned to announce yet. But our basically our Black History Month episode is going to be between Vampire's Kiss.
Jesus Christ!
No, that's a different movie. Vampire in Brooklyn or Bebe's Kids, and this is a poll on Patreon right now. Maybe we'll replicate this on the YouTube membership. Actually, I'll have to look in there and see if that's possible. But go in there and vote for it. The poll will probably be up for a couple weeks. We'll probably be shooting this in a week or 2.
Yeah, probably. We're going to be shooting in a couple weeks, so you got plenty of time. But make sure if you're on Patreon, well, I don't know if we.
I got to see if we could do it on the.
If
YouTube
we can do it on the
membership.
YouTube membership, we'll put up a poll there as well.
Yeah.
And that's for all tiers. So as long as you're a paid tier, $2 and up, you have access to the polls and stuff. And let us know what you want. So that's kind of fun, right? The Eddie Murphy classic Wes Craven directed Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh, you're right.
Or Bebe's Kids.
Right, the first animated film ever to be covered on Movie Dumpster.
Yeah, the first.
Possibly.
Yes, it's possible. So
we couldn't decide which one to pick. We only really had time to do one or the other. So this was we were like, fuck it, a poll. We haven't done one in a while. See what you guys think. So let us know. Leave it, even expand on it in the comments if you feel the need to, either in this video or on the actual poll. But your vote only counts on the poll.
Anyway, so
don't want to forget about that. Just I know it's the tail end of the video here, but
that's all good. And I didn't mean to get dark or preachy or anything. Just try to stay positive. You know what I mean? And try to help each other. And for God's sake, lift each other up. We need to be strong together more than ever. So it's don't be jealous of people. Don't be.
That's where that started. Yeah.
Don't look at people and say, "Oh, they got it better than me," or they're doing these numbers, or these are doing that. Yeah, grass is greener, man. But like, be happy for them.
Yeah.
And that will lift you up.
The polls will lift you up. Gianni's saying they like the polls. I'll take your poll. Yeah, poll lift you up with the poll, Jug. Sorry, not to put a joke on your
No, you're good. I just didn't want to leave it in a weird way. That's all. But yeah,
anyway. I like what you're saying. I'm agreeing with it.
Support each other.
Absolutely.
Be there for each other. Enjoy stuff. Enjoy making stuff and share it with people and enjoy the things people are making. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I know it's a little. We went over like 5 minutes ish. We're gonna take like 5 to 10 minute break just to grab some water and use the bathroom and stuff, and then we're gonna be on Patreon for motherfucking yesterday's Target, the Terminator ripoff, Daniel Baldwin, Malcolm McDowell, LeVar Burton,
TK Carter.
TK Carter.
Somebody, the female lead in that is also someone I can't remember.
And also Kano.
Oh yeah,
Kano's in it. Damn, why can't I remember his name? Anyway,
if you didn't say it, I would have known.
There's a lot of folks in it. And it's such a blast. That was all the way back from season 1. We covered that. I think it was
third episode.
I think it was like the third episode. Yeah, yesterday's
Fourth
Target,
or something like
third,
that.
3 or 4. So yeah, we're gonna have an absolute blast with that. So get in the fucking car, head over to Patreon, and we'll see you over there.
We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, have a great night, have a great week, rest of your weekend, and hope you have a great beginning of your week.
Trevor Goddard, thank you.
Trevor
Justin.
Goddard, thank you.
Also in Deep Rising. Holy shit.
Hello, baby.
Yes, it's gonna be a good time. We'll and if for some reason you're listening to this later, check out the archive
Yeah, for
on
sure.
Patreon.
So yeah, good stuff coming up, and we'll see you over on Patreon in a little bit. And until the next live show, we hope you guys have a great week, great month, and even your year, 'cause we'll be there for you. We'll be talking about movies.
Yeah.
Friends. Yeah, Friends. Anyway.
Okay. The cheers.
You want to go where everybody knows your name.
Now it's going into Danny Elfman over here.
Oh, no, dude.
Dead Man's Party.
The bartender, yeah.
Okay.
Woody Harrelson. Yeah. Fucking times for flat struggle, man. Arachnus. Fell down the well. See you later.